buzzing last night when he led the Rams on a 98-yard touchdown drive that resulted in a 17-16 win over the Raiders. Shannon, how did you react initially when Baker threw that game-winning pass?
Damn. I got to come to work tomorrow and listen to Skip. That was my first immediate reaction. But it takes a really undisciplined team to have this type of lead, 13 points. They're the first team since 1930 to lose 4 games in a season in which they led by at least 13 points at the half. That's saying something. 1930 is a long, long time ago. Mm-hmm. And they're the first team to do that since that time. But it takes an undisciplined team. I don't get why Tillery would knock the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands. You got him on the ground. You stopped him. You didn't sack him, but I'm saying you stopped the guy, and you knocked the ball out of his hands. And I just thought it's deja vu all over again, because we saw Tom Brady get the big pass interference on the drive before the final drive, give him the big chunk play that got them rolling. We see the big the Skoranek play up the rail. I don't know what the safety was doing. It was like he got caught between, do I hit him? And he just flies by and nothing happens and the guy catches the ball. Cleveland Farrell. I don't know why. You've never blocked the punt in your NFL career. Hell, as a matter of fact, you barely sacked the quarterback as the 3rd pick in the draft. And somehow at that moment you say, you know what? I'm about to be the hero, Skip. Let your boy, watch your boy blow through this thing, block this punt. You jump off sides, you give them a first down, they go down and score. So, Skip, it took a lot of undisciplinedness, but that's to be expected from the Raiders because they're a very undisciplined ball club, and it doesn't matter the coach. It's almost like that, Skip. That's a rite of passage. If I'm a Raiders, I've got to be undisciplined. It doesn't matter the coach. You go back to the 70s when they had Coach Madden. You go back to Art Shell. You go back to Flores. You go back to any coach they have. The Raiders have always been a very Now, they prided themselves on being renegades in the 70s, Skip. That's who they were. But I was like, damn, I got to go to work and deal with Skip tomorrow.
Were you able to go quickly to sleep?
Yes.
You were?
I hit my own self in the head and knocked myself out.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you didn't take it out on your dogs?
No, Skip. I was just like, Florida Evans. Damn. I said, why?
I love that show.
why do I got to do this twice in 1 week? I just had to come in here on Tuesday and do it after Brady did the exact same thing Monday night. I got to come in here 4 days later on a Friday and do the exact same thing. That's what I was thinking, honestly. That's exactly what I was thinking. And everybody's like, oh, just go ahead and call in sick. Tell them you're not feeling well.
Calling sick.
Tell them you're not feeling well.
So Baker Mayfield went Brady. And yet, as I'm sitting watching it, I'm in my little study bedroom that I use during the week. Hazel is sleeping at my feet in her little pink bed. And I'm watching. And when Brady got the football back on Monday night, I just thought it was inevitable because that's just who he is and what he does.
Yeah.
I did not think this was inevitable.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't think it was possible.
Right.
So I basically wrote it off. And yet, when he hit Skoranek up the rail with the big one, the 32-yarder, I said, wait a second. They got a shot.
Yeah.
But you know and I know how hard it is from even the 20-yard line to throw a touchdown pass into the end zone. It's just hard.
Right.
Because most teams are going to play a big old zone.
Right.
And it's going to look like there are 14 players back there in pass coverage, and it's going to look like you can't find anybody, so you have to throw it underneath and hope. How did they score? Well, he had to hit Rashad White on a little quick pop pass, a little choice route on Demario Davis.
Correct.
But if you look at the traffic around them, it's everywhere. Bodies are flying around, and it's hard to process it because they're playing all kinds of different defense. There's probably some zone played behind some man because Demario Davis has got the back coming out of the backfield. That's not a zone. It's his man.
Right.
Okay, so my point is, when all of a sudden Baker Mayfield drops one down the chimney, one of the all-time dimes I've ever seen to Van Jefferson, who by the way, had been a target of Rams fans' wrath for years, right?
Yes.
He's no-showed and come up small.
I believe that's one of the reasons they signed Odell last season.
Okay, that is exactly right, because they didn't trust Van Jefferson. So the point was, when that happened, I was dumbfounded for about 5 seconds. Then I stood up and I gave it the big touchdown and I said, Hazel, wake up. We just did this because he just did that. So I give her a quick little pet. And then I yelled, I opened the door, Ernestine, did you see it? She's got the game on, but she's not watching it. She said, yeah, I saw it. She walks around the corner. She said, why? What? I said, did you see what Baker Mayfield just did? She said, well, I know he won, but what? I said, did you see the touchdown pass? No, I didn't really see that. I just looked up and, the Rams won the game?
Yes.
Yeah, they won the game.
Yes.
All right, so then I start getting bombarded by texts from various people, and I'm going to read you one if I can reopen my phone here. Here we go. Our man, Lil Wayne. Okay, I got to give you the quick backstory on this. So yesterday, during the show, you had another salvo aimed at Baker Mayfield in which you went to trash. He's trash.
Yeah.
As I finished, I always walk across this floor over there and get a drink between segments.
Yeah.
And I'm, pretty worked up about Baker Mayfield because in our time together, we have never clashed on any subject the way we've clashed on, of all people in the world, Baker Mayfield?
Right.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, he might be not. Well, Baker, Tom, I don't know if it's Baker, Tom, LeBron, Cowboys, but we don't agree on those topics.
But Baker's at the top of the list because we clash harder on it. We had one incident 3 weeks ago when we went a little over the edge on it, and we got mad at each other because we do.
Yes.
Because he is such a debatable lightning rod, because he can be great, he can be bad, he can be this, he can be a jerk, he can be a you-know-what off the field. So our man Lil Wayne texts me in the break, and I go over and see my phone, which usually sits across over there, and this is the text from Lil Wayne. Baker trash, Skip. Been trash since day one. And I immediately wrote back, I thought you liked him because he likes Baker. He sort of appreciates him, but it's more off the field that he likes him. And he wrote me right back, I love him, but I gave you the facts on him, okay? He's trash. Okay, so here we go. So right after the game ends, I look down and my first text is, I know you're going crazy. That's from Lil Wayne. I know you're going crazy with 3 exclamation points, and the crow doesn't taste so bad.
Right.
Well, he was man enough and big enough to immediately text me in ways a lot of guys wouldn't do it because it's just too hard to do it, to admit defeat and then just sort of like sink into the defeat and give it completely up. And I wrote him back at length, but I said, big of you to text me that. That's why I love and respect you so much, blah, blah, blah. But that was a man text. And by the way, when Wayne and I made a bet one time when we had him on live before the NFC Championship game, Brady at Rodgers, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yes.
We bet 1 case of Diet Dew. Would you believe that 2 days later, after he did lose that game, I had a case of Diet Mountain Dew delivered to my doorstep? Okay, so that's who he is and what he was.
Right.
And then I look down at Twitter, and Skip is trending all night long on Twitter, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But it has a whole lot to do with you. It's about you.
That's why everybody say, man, just go ahead and call it, man, Skip go kill Unc tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So I hope I didn't kill you, but I did gloat a little.
On social media were epic last night.
I'll get it back, Jen.
Go
I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back.
Very creative. I know you will. All right, guys, we got to move on. LeBron and AD, are they both going to play tonight in Philly? That's next on Undisputed.